I am Professor Huang from Taiwan. I would like to share some results from the nano research which was done after the last ICCF26 in Poland. I started the study of nano 8 years ago in 2017 and obtained a lot of interesting results which were presented in ICCF22, that's in Assisi, Italy, and in ICCF23 in China, and published a paper in journal Condensed Matter Nuclear Science in 2022. After I retired from National Taiwan University in 2021, I still continue this work with the support from Corning Group. As an engineer, I knew the challenge of this research, and I invite more than 30 experts in multidisciplinary areas, both local and overseas, to work together. Recently, I invite medical experts to join us in order to expand a new area in medical applications. You may wonder, I'm a mechanical engineer. How can I communicate with so many experts from different areas in a very short time? The answer is AI, ChatGPT. I pay $20 a month. That's pretty cheap. This is really shocking me over my life. There's a question around me for quite a long time. That is it possible to turn water into energy? My answer is yes, but should be through nuclear reaction. In early last year, 2024, we published the Nature Scientific report paper that was the first to demonstrate that water can trigger nuclear reaction to produce energy, even though the fundamental physical principles were not yet known. Maybe water is a sort of condensed matter under certain conditions, as it is the nuclear fuel. After the publication of this paper, we received many responses. As I am not a scientist, cannot answer those questions concerning fundamental physics, but I observed that most people react as it is too good to believe, even if there's plenty of scientific evidence for it. They don't believe simply because it is just too good to be true. So today, we continue to explore as engineers who knowing how, but not knowing why, and try to move toward engineering applications. The exploration of fundamental physics is left to the scientists, as all you here, as much as possible. During the past 2 years, we have done a lot of work, including reconfirm the nano in water with 10 more reactors using mass spectrometry, and double-check the output product of isotope 017 using nuclear magnetic resonance. And we do isotopes measurement using CRDS, this is a kind of optical method. And also we try to improve reactor design using simple structure or scale up. And then we try to do mass production of 017 heavy water My talk today is divided into two parts. Part one is to show new experimental results on the phenomena of nuclear reactions in water with isotope water and output to reconfirm the conclusion of the paper in 2024 using 3 different instruments from different organizations. And the part 2 is to present some future LENA applications, including power generation and medical use, especially cancer medicine. Part 1 is try to reconfirm the LENA effect. We have developed 10 new reactors with a simple design suitable for scale-up. We do a lot of reactor is quite complicated, cannot be scaled up in the future like this. In power plant application, the size should be like this size. And the output liquid water from 10 reactors was first vaporized, then collected, and then analyzed as gas phase in mass spectrometer. The unreacted water was also collected and analyzed using the same method as background data to determine the excess amount of isotope produced by LENA. There are several interesting findings from this experiment as summarized in this page. We found that neon-22 always appears with carbon-12 compounds. There are 3, and also 5 oxygen-17 compounds. And this coincides with the conjecture we published in the 2024 paper as the nuclear reactions shown here. It was just a conjecture based on experimental observation. That is, neon-22, carbon-12, and oxygen-17 should come all together. And this data shows you all that. And the second finding is the 2 CO2 isotopes. The CO2 isotopes, the index 45 always greater than 46. And 44 is for regular CO2, lies between that. And the other finding, that's implying producing 1 oxygen-17 in CO2 by LENA is easier. The third finding is for 2 oxygen isotope. The index 33 is always greater than 34, and also implying that producing 1 oxygen-17 isotope in oxygen by LENA is easier. The fourth finding is we found that hydrogen and always produce with oxygen. They produce simultaneously. That means some kinds of electrolysis phenomena of water in LENA. I'd like to provide more information about this idea. That's the data get from some more reactors operating different conditions, and hydrogen appear simultaneously with oxygen. For this case, nothing happened because there's no LENA. And besides that, the carbon-12 does not only appear as CO2 in gas phase, but also in solid phase, as this found in a piece of ruptured copper pipe observed by SEM EDX by Bob Greener, as shown in this picture. As to neon-22, which can be verified by mass spectrometry analysis, a fire test was also performed for output gas collected from the reactors. Shows orange color, that's indicating neon gas. And we, besides using mass spectrometry to analyze the output water of the reactors, we use nuclear magnetic resonance technique to identify isotope. The up liquid water from 3 reactors and or analyzed using 3 NMRs owned by 3 different organizations, including National Taiwan University, Replication, this is the agent of Brucker Biospin, a German company, and also National Central University. And we found that they are showing consistent with mass spectrometry. And hydrogen was also analyzed using NMR for 2 reactors. They are consistent with mass spectroanalysis too. Third instrument we used to identify the isotope from NANO is CRDS. This is a kind of optical method. It is very interesting to know that not only isotope 017 exists, we also find 018 appears, and also HDO appears for the first time. And we go back to check the mass spectrum data and found that 017 really exists like this. It coincides consistent with mass spectrum meter too. This implies that the physics inside was more studied how oxygen-17 is produced, which was not found in our paper in 2024. And the second part, we want to introduce the prospect of nano applications. The first application is power generation. The picture shows how it works. Nano can be used to preheat the water, feed water to boiler to save energy and also carbon reduction, emission reduction. If COP is greater than 2, then 20% carbon reduction can be made. Also 20% fuel saving here. If CO2 greater than 5, then you don't have to put fuel here. Only at the startup period, you need some fuel to start the system. Then it's a kind of revolution. You generate power from water. And our COP is not far away from the first target so far. So current research, we focus on reactor scale-up technique and also including advanced control, system optimization, and the long-term test for stable performance material durability. And I'd like to mention a medical application of isotopes from NANO. Oxygen-17 heavy water was believed, let's believe, not real, to have some medical applications even in cancer treatment, but without experimental proof so far because of the high cost. Low cost 017 heavy water production for medical use may be quite important for the benefit of mankind. And I have to disclose some private experience in drinking. We drink low dose 017 heavy water. We produce in laboratory. We just dump up a few times a day. That can curing of lip rash, skin black spot, decreasing inflammation and growing black hair, skin beauty. This is not a claim. This is not scientifically confirmed, just private experience. We tried. And this is the most exciting result I'd like to share with you. We did some cancer cell experiment, MTT, which shows that even use low dose O17 heavy water, only 0.5% concentration, that can cause metabolic activity changes in two kinds of cancer cells. That's really interesting. We observed, this is the first time we did that through the medical school professor help. And it's interesting. Metabolic activity can be changed. That means interference. This cancer cell growth can be interfered. Use oxygen-17 isotope. So we are now trying to produce low-cost heavy water. Maybe we can produce about 20 liters, 10% concentration heavy water in about 3 days, I hope. I think it's time. Thank you very much. This research was made possible through support from many people in different areas, and we also appreciate very much many participants, especially in ICCF22, 23, 25, even today, 26, and also Leno Forum, who provide valuable opinions to us to make the present research smoothly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions or comments? Go ahead. You can use. Microphone. Switch.
Okay. Very short comment. Several years before, we worked with heavy water together with some medical doctor about cancer therapy, and there are some indications that heavy water, deuterium, okay? So I want to suggest to use deuterium water with your oxygen 17 to find some possible cross enhancing. Just a comment. Did you understand?
We didn't use deuterium because we produce only the isotope compound. It's quite just like a compound vitamin.
I want to suggest that you start from deuterium water, not from light water. Okay.
Thank you, Bin. Thank you very much, Bin. As you're aware, there are other scientists that have recorded the production of carbon, like Ken Shoulders, David Hudson, Adamenko in various systems. One of those is Dr. Matsumoto, and we're holding a meeting with some of the members of his family in room 813 tomorrow at some times, if you're interested in that, and not conflicting with anything else tomorrow. But the front cover of his book is showing carbon coming out of a structure. And in analysis of your systems, we saw many, many examples of specific and repeatable structures synthesizing carbon, and it's absolutely incontrovertible. Essentially, Matsumoto in 1996, in palladium electrolysis, stated in one of his papers in 1996 that hydrogen and oxygen and palladium produced the observed iodine in his reactors. That is, oxygen-17 is synthesized, it has to be at the same time as the production from palladium to iodine. So many authors have seen this, and you have found the conclusive evidence. So well done.
Thank you very much. We work together, okay.